Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a different kind of video. We're going to be doing a clean with me video. Today we're going to be tackling my craft room. It has definitely had some upgrades since you guys have last seen it, and I have just destroyed it in the process. So we're going to be just kind of reorganizing and redoing the whole layout of this craft room. So if you guys are excited for this video, go ahead and give it a big old thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another video. Alright guys, let's get cleaning. Okay guys, so we're back in my craft room. As you can see, it is a mess, at least by my standards. We do have some new additions to the craft room, like this old TV entertainment center. I bought this off of Facebook Marketplace off someone who was selling it. It was originally for a full screen TV that she had redone into a coffee bar, and then just decided it wasn't for her. So I actually bought this because it's deep enough to put my fabric bolts in. Like I could actually like climb in here. I can like climb in here and sit in here. It's pretty deep. So that is the newest addition to this craft room. I also have my Cricut machine. It's actually buried under some fabric, but my Cricut machine is a new addition. And there's Pupper. So we've got some new things to just kind of redone, and since I had to move that entertainment center in here, my cat's, all of her stuff just kind of got piled into this corner. So we're just gonna redo everything, find everything a new home, and just make it a lot prettier. So the first thing I did was just get some things off the floor and open up my floor space, put my ironing board away and the iron, and I started putting my bolts of fabric into our new entertainment center. I started by separating my cottons from my flannel fabrics, as well as my interfacing, and just putting them into this top part of the entertainment center. I also went over to my fabric stash and just started dividing everything out, sorting it, separating it, which fabrics I would want on the top versus in the drawer. I ended up having to push these fabrics back into the back of the entertainment center to help save some space. Okay, so I have these bunches of fabric that I got from this nice lady who's cleaning out her sewing collection. So I have a bunch of fabric like this where there's just yards and yards of it, but it's not on a bolt. So what I've actually done is stand it up against the bolts. Luckily there's enough of it where it seems to want to stay by itself. Hopefully that keeps working, because I don't really want to fold this much fabric and stick it in a drawer, but we'll see if it works. So one of the fabrics was actually strong enough to stand up by itself, but the second one was a little flimsy, so I had to lay it flat. I then came over to the rest of my fabric stash and just started dividing up which ones had the most fabric that would lay in this section. Next, I went over to my little cabinet and pulled out all of my fabric to sort and go through for these drawers. I decided to put all my thicker fabrics in the bottom drawer, like my fake furs, my leathers, my flannels, and fleeces. Then I went through the rest of my swatches and panels and just broke it up into licensed florals, delicates, novelty, graphics, or licensed fabrics. Okay, so here's what I have so far just from organizing all of my fabric that was under that cabinet over there. I just kind of broke it down. I have solids to intricate patterns. These are licensed fabrics. I've got novelty cottons, floral cottons, Disney cottons. These are kind of my flannel-ish kind of. This is more of like a tablecloth. This is actually like a flannel shirt, whereas this is like almost like a magician's tablecloth. I have my holidays. These are actually quilting squares. Some different novelty cottons. These could probably go over in that pile. And then I've got my silky and just kind of special fabrics here with like sequins and things like that. So now I'm going to take all of these and try to fit them over in these two drawers. Kitty. The reason why I am putting all of these out from that cabinet and into these drawers is because this little one right here likes to sleep on my fabric piles. Just like that. So I'm going to be putting them away so they're not always covered in cat hair. I ended up going with putting my delicate fabrics, my fabric squares, and things that I just had less of in the top drawer since it was smaller, and then focusing on my solids and my novelty graphic prints into the middle drawer. After that was done, I realized I was sitting on a bunch of little cat food bits because this is where my cat used to eat her food, so I just hit it a few times with the vacuum. I use a shark vacuum with pet hair specialty. I even went to the thrift store, got some old bed sheets that I was planning on turning into another project, and added those to the top part of my entertainment center. Now that moving all the fabric was done, I decided to actually vacuum down the cat tree while I had it out because it was covered in little black hair. Next, I just tackled the corner over by the closet, putting away some old pillows, some Christmas decoration boxes that had fallen out of the closet. I moved my backdrop that I actually use for streaming on Twitch out of the way so that I could get to this closet a little bit better. Okay, so here's this corner so far. I have all of the fabric stowed in here. I do realize this is so close to the cat tree. She's probably just gonna jump right in there anyway. I might make a spot and put her bed in there, and hopefully that'll prevent her from sleeping on my fabric instead. But right now her bed is just right down there with her toys underneath, her litter box, and then I moved her food bowl on top of this trunk instead of the counter that we had before. Our TV is still there, I didn't change any of that, and then we have our closet. And then once again, now that I have some clear floor space, I just hit it again with the vacuum to pick up any loose cat litter, loose cat food, and cat hair. I then decided to tackle the cabinets underneath my desk, just rearranging some things. I moved my Cricut hot press, I put some scrap fabric away, and just dusted off these counters. I had this leftover cookie tin from a thank you gift that I decided to put my extra thread in. Who didn't have a grandma that had a little metal tin full of threads and bobbins? And then I did end up hitting my head quite a few times while I was down here. Coming back over to the side cabinet where my fabric stash was originally, I just cleaned it out, wiped out all the cat hair, and reorganized this basket. This top basket is my embroidery basket with all of the tools for my embroidery machine. And then for the bottom shelf, I just decided to move all of my cat's supplies down there. Litter box liners, treats, food, and things like that. Okay, so it's a new day. I actually stopped filming because we went out for dinner, and by the time I got back it was too dark to film. So this is actually the second day. I was pretty much almost done with this room, but I came back and found all of this out and about in the middle of the room. My husband... This is my crafting space and kind of my room, but it's also the cat's room, and all of my husband's work clothes and uniforms are in this closet. So he does come in here. This is also where the ironing board lives. So I'll be cleaning this up today in order to finish our room. So here we go. So it actually wasn't my plan to go through this closet. So half of this is my husband's uniform and the other half is storage. So I originally wasn't planning on going through this because we have already gone through this and purged old things anyway. But seeing how my husband has kept this closet, I need to fix it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. I ended up just taking all of the things that he had thrown up on the shelf and refolding them, rehanging some things, just reorganizing them in general. I used to keep track of this closet, but just over time I stopped. So I just refolded things, reorganized some stuff. I'm sure my husband will redo it how he likes it, which is fine. This is kind of his closet, but for now it looks nice and pretty. Just got some stuff off the floor and refolded. So there we go, all nice and organized now. There's nothing left on the floor. Everything's nicely folded and organized. The only thing I have left to do is just find a spot for this binder. So one of the last things to do is to conquer my Cricut cabinet slash miscellaneous crafts. I've got just like a bunch of random like paint supplies, Cricut vinyls. I think this is diamond art and just like random instructions from my Cricut. So we're gonna go through all this
and just reorganize. Also, I'm going to do something with that scrub top. So here we go. So what I ended up doing is these are all of my t-shirts and tote bags for the Cricut. I have painting and paper craft things here, colored pencils, markers, my quill, some felt, miscellaneous. I have my Cricut cords and manuals here, and then my vinyl and transfer paper is all down here, as well as my diamond art, because that does not have a home currently. But that is all the drawers. Now we're going to work on the top.
Lastly, I cleaned off my counter space, just picking up some things I had set aside while cleaning. I put my dust cover back on my sewing machine, and then I decided to wipe down the counter. To wipe the counters, I use this Boulder Clean disinfectant cleaner. I got this in a bulk pack from Costco, actually during the pandemic when it was really hard to find disinfectant cleaner. So I have quite a few bottles of this. It is actually a plant-based product, and I really like it.
Pas de soleil, 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 pas de soleil,
guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some inspiration to clean some of your own home or just some nice relaxation watching me do all the work. But if you guys haven't, make sure you like this video. Go ahead and subscribe to support this channel and help it grow. Until then, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye!